I think because some people are not aware of that, okay, until they check in the last minutes to see that the class started half an hour earlier. You need to write as a homework. I think piece of homework you need to write a process essay for this week. They'll tell you what you're supposed to. Okay. So, of course, I just dropped the textbook, everybody. The new textbook. This is the textbook. This is writing. This focuses on writing, academic writing, writing 4. This is our textbook, our main textbook, and you can use this textbook for reference, okay, for more reference. Writing 4. As we are now looking at the process essay, okay, so you can refer to this textbook for lesson about process essay, okay, to teach you more, to help you more prepare for writing the process essay. So I want to go here in the textbook. So this is our main textbook about the process essay. All right. So everybody, this is a process essay. This is about how to create a blog, okay? And remember, process essay, it's a protocol essay, protocol order essay. We write process essay to describe how to do something, okay? How to make something or how to do something. Process essay. And as you can see, we have a 5-paragraph essay here. As you count the number of paragraphs at the beginning of each paragraph, you can see the number. This is marked with number. This is one paragraph, okay? This is an introductory paragraph. And then you have the first body paragraph in the second paragraph. And in the third paragraph, you have the second body paragraph. And in the third paragraph, you have the fourth body paragraph. And then finally, you have the conclusion, concluding paragraph, of course. A common type of an essay. Yeah, you can see, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, in the introductory paragraph, we start with the general idea and we narrow it down to a more specific idea, to a specific idea, okay? So this is just the hook, this is just the background information in the beginning. We call general statement, okay, and we move it down until we come to the last sentence in the introductory paragraph, which is about the thesis statement, okay, that's focusing on what you want to talk about. So as you can see, the title, how to create a blog. Yeah, and here the greatest advantage to blogs is that it's quite simple for almost everybody to set up. Okay, so quite simple for almost everybody to set up a blog in just a few easy steps. So we will, in the body, we'll have a few easy steps, possibly 3 steps, as you can see. The first step, up deciding on the theme of the blog. The next step, okay, the second step, and then the last step, okay, step 3. One of the last things to remember is to maintain a blog. Okay, so this is the organization. This is how you you direct yourself, when you have this statement. So I don't really have much time to read your general statement. I would just dive straight into the greatest advantage. The thesis statement here. Yeah. We talk about quite a few, quite simple for almost everybody's blog in just a few steps. Okay, so here I just read what the first step is, what the second step is. That's the process. So this is a chronological. Okay, this is the order of what happened. Okay, what happened first, what happened later, what happened next, what happened finally. So I see that. Okay, all right. So you're supposed to write based on your own topic. Okay, your personal interest. Okay. Whether you want to instruct how to cook a particular dish, or how to operate a machine, okay, how to do something, you have an option. But it's just the example, okay, just the example. Okay, so this is the outline, the process essay outline, the organization. You start with the introductory information, okay, the basic, in the introduction, you start with the background information. What we mean by introductory information is background information, okay, and then you close it up with the thesis statement. Yeah, you close up thesis statement. So this is statement. This is the most important sentence in the essay. This is statement. Just like you're writing a paragraph, the first sentence is the topic sentence, which is the most important sentence in a paragraph. It tells what you are going to write about, okay, in the thesis statements. And the body, this is the main body, okay. In the main body, you start with the first step, okay, everybody, first step, the first major step, yeah, first, and then you support your first step, okay, first major step, supporting details. In the supporting detail, you explain, you give an example, okay, you show statistics. Okay, you may want to add references. It's up to you whether you want to add references or not. So the supporting facts and details. And then we have the second major step, okay, second major step, and then support your second major step with examples, with explanation, figures, facts, okay. And the third major step, okay, and then you support it. Okay, and then you have the conclusion. In the conclusion, you may restate the main idea of your essay. Okay? Yeah, you restate the main idea. Maybe you say it again. Possibly you repeat the thesis statement. So I want to reflect to the thesis statement here. So yeah, the thesis statement. So you restate the thesis statement in your own words, and then you say it again in your own words, okay, the statement of the main idea of the essay. And then you may want to add thoughts or comments, okay, final thoughts, final comments, such as suggestion, advice, or recommendation. Yeah, that's conclusion. Okay, so as you can all see, I think you should be very familiar. I think you must be very familiar with essay, okay, because you have done it all along. I mean, in high school, you wrote your essay in the exam from high school, both in Khmer and in English. The topic for the English exam, for the national exam, yeah, and also for the Khmer exam, national exam. So you must be very familiar with the formats, okay, of an essay. Okay, these are the questions uh, reflecting on the essay here. Like the questions like, what is the process described in this essay? What are the major steps in the process? Are they logical? Why not? Does the writer tell why this process is important? Yeah, so you can answer from the reading here of this essay. Okay. So I won't take long for this. I will to move on now. Okay. Now look again at the example process essay in activity A. With the partner, complete the following steps. Underline timed words. Number two, do you notice grammatical patterns and how they are used? Discuss them. Okay. So I think we need to move on. I'll just forget about it. You know. Okay, this is about the adjective phrases, subject, adjective, phrase clauses. Clauses that describe or modify a noun or a noun phrase. As you all know, adjective modifies an adjective as a noun, okay? Basically, we know that it can modify a noun or a noun phrase. They include the relative pronoun like who, which, that, and a verb or verb phrase. Okay, so the subject of the clause is a relative pronoun. For example, I know a journalist who writes for an Australian newspaper. So, who writes for an Australian newspaper is an adjective clause. Okay, it's not a phrase, it's not a word, but it's an adjective. Oh, it's a clause. Okay, because it includes subject verb, so it's a clause. So this adjective clause modify a journalist. I know a journalist. The journalist, what we call, technically call, I think, antecedent. Okay, the word is called antecedent. The noun, yeah, to be modified by the adjective clause. Who writes for an Australian newspaper? So, who write for an Australian newspaper, modified journalist. I know a journalist. That's enough. That's good. But I want to add more meaning to it. I want to tell more about the journalist. Okay, so I want to define. I want to modify a journalist. So I would say the journalist who writes for an Australian newspaper. So we use an adjective clause to modify the noun before it. Okay, a noun. This is a noun before it. So it's a modifier. To avoid wordiness and vary the sentence and the structure in your writing, you can often reduce the subject adjective clauses to an adjective phrase. Okay. So yeah, what you can do with you can use an adjective phrase for that. So you may say, I know a journalist uh, writing for Australian newspaper. Okay. Yeah, we will look at what comes below here. Okay. Subject adjective clauses with the relative pronoun be. So an adjective phrase can be made if the original adjective clause uses a relative pronoun plus the verb to be plus either a prepositional phrase, a continuous verb, or a passive verb. Form the adjective phrase by omitting the relative pronouns and the form of be. Okay, so here, okay, these are the examples from the illustration. So many stories that are in the newspapers are also in blogs. So this is an adjective clause, you know, as you can see, there's a subject verb. Okay, it's an adjective clause. It's a dependent clause. Now, to make it shorter, in order to avoid wordiness, okay, you can reduce it to an adjective phrase. So as a result, you say many stories in newspapers are also in blogs. Many stories that are in newspapers. So this is a clause, okay, because we have a verb here. But here, from the result of the reduction, you can see many stories in newspapers are also in blogs. Okay, so they have the same meaning, but the difference is in the structure you use. Okay, whether you want to use it a little bit more complicated, more complex, so that would be called a complex sentence, or you want to use it as only an adjective phrase, a modifier, which is a simple sentence. Okay, so many stories in newspapers are also in blogs. So the modifier, usually noun modifier is an adjective. Okay, in newspaper, this should be a prepositional phrase, but then function as an adjective to modify stories. Okay, so yeah, that's what you can do. I mean, you can either use the structure here or here. Okay, so that depends. Yeah, it depends. Many of the people who are writing blogs today are not professional journalists. Yeah, not professional journalists. So here, you're writing this in the form of an adjective clause. Who are writing blogs today. If you want to make it short, if you want to reduce it to only an adjective phrase, because you want to avoid wordiness, I mean, too many words, so you can use the structure here. Many of the people writing blogs today are not professional journalists. Okay, so here we reduce who are writing blogs today to writing blogs today. Right? So many of the phrases, you can see many of the modifying phrases actually come from the clause reduction, okay, the reduced clause. Whether you reduce an adjective clause or reduce an adverb clause to a participle phrase, to an adjective phrase. Okay, so that depends on what you want. I mean, what you want. You always want to vary your. You want to vary your style. Okay, you want to vary your writing style, so you can use any. I think you can. You should find colors in your writing. Yeah, you may sometimes use adjective clauses. You may sometimes use adjective phrases. Okay, so it's all about the style and the variations in the writing. And they're both correct. Okay, they're both correct. The first two, the second two here, all are correct. Yeah. Like to put it simply, I said, for example, I heard the baby who was crying. Okay, to make it short, I heard the baby crying. Yeah. To make it short, right? So this is the last example with the passive form. Everybody, many of the stories that are written in the U.S. blogs are about politics. Many of the stories that are written in the U.S. blogs are about politics. So here that are written in the U.S. blog, is an adjective clause. It's a passive voice, okay? It has a passive meaning. Stories that are written, not the story rights, but the stories that are written in the US. And okay, to reduce it to an adjective phrase, you can say many of the stories written in the US blogs are about politics. Yeah, about politics. So written, that is which are written or that are written to read. This is a passive. We know that, okay, story written, not story write. So story cannot write. Story is an object. Story is an animated object. So it doesn't have life. It's not a living thing. So it cannot write, but it can be written. Okay, so stories written in the US blogs. Okay, I mean, so they come in couple, everybody. Yeah, you can use again. It's your choice. I mean, the decision is yours. You can use adjective phrase or an adjective clause. Okay, adjective phrase or clause, adjective phrase or clause. Right? It's up to you. But if you're not sure of which one is correct, I think you don't want to take risk. You may use adjective clause, which I mean, you are familiar with. Okay, but if you may want to take risks, you want to take risks, you can try an adjective phrase. I mean, if you think they are new, okay, if you think the adjective phrase is new. But they're all modifiers, remember, they're all modifiers. So whether they are adjective clause or adjective phrase, they modify the nouns close to it, okay? They don't really modify blocks, but they modify stories close. I mean, yeah. So I'm going to teach you about dangling modifier and misplaced modifier. That's very much related to modifier. Okay, adjective clause, yeah, adjective phrase. Okay, so we'll talk about common errors people make. Okay, we will teach you later about this. Connected to this one. So yeah, let's see more of the grammar. Subject adjective clauses with relative pronoun plus verb. If the original adjective clause does not contain the verb be and the verb is in the present simple or past simple, drop the subject pronoun and change the verb to the ing form. You may find it difficult. I mean, the definition can be difficult, but if we look at the example, yeah, that should be easy. So blocks that inform people about the news are competing with traditional newspapers. So this is an adjective clause. Blocks that inform people about news. This is a split clause. I mean, split. Okay. So as a result, you can say blocks informing people about the news are competing with traditional newspapers. Yeah. So here you see an adjective clause, comes in the middle. Okay, it comes in the middle. I mean, it's what we technically call split clause. Okay. You can see blocks are competing with traditional newspaper is an independent clause. Yeah, it's the main clause. And here, that inform people about the news is the dependent clause. Okay, it's the dependent clause. But here it's split, split. It comes in the middle. So that inform people about the news is the modifier. Okay, it's an adjective clause. It modifies blocks, right? So by reducing it, then you reduce it to a participial phrase. Okay, it's an adjective phrase. Informing people about the news, competing with traditional newspapers. Yeah, right, everybody. 10 years ago, there were very few people who wrote about their lives online. 10 years ago, there were very few people writing about their lives online. Okay, so don't worry. Again, this is an adjective clause, and this is the reduction of an adjective clause to a participial phrase. Okay, to an adjective phrase, from a clause to a phrase. In a clause, we have subject verb. Okay, who wrote? So who wrote? So subject verb. And in the phrase, we don't have a verb. Okay, we even if we have a verb, but if we have a verb, this verb should be ing or ed. You know, participial phrase. So not actually the verb. You know. However, this does not work for subject-adjective clauses that are about a single action in the past. The men who saw the accident were old. The men seeing the accident were old. You cannot say that. Okay? Yeah, the men seeing the accident. The men who saw the accident were old. The men seeing the accident were old. Why? This does not work for subject-adjective clauses. You cannot change it. Subject-adjective clauses. Subject-adjective clauses. So the man here is a subject, okay? The adjective clause is a subject here. It's about a single action in the past. So the man who saw the accident were the man seeing the accident were. You cannot say that. Okay, I think this is the practice of this one. I would say many experts believe the answer is. Okay, yeah. Kalin also said blogs presented information and perspective that were not usually available in the mainstream media in the United States. So you reuse it, yeah. From here, the underlined one that were available, usually available in the mainstream media in the United States. You reduce it to a participial phrase. So as a result, you can say, Kellen also said blogs presented information and perspectives not usually available, okay, not usually available in the mainstream media in the United States, because you used the verb to be, okay, verb to be. So not available in. If it were negative, it was positive, you can say usually available in. But if it's negative, you say not available. Okay? So I hope you can do this for the sake of your understanding, everybody, just to do it later on. I'm not going to take long for this. And the same, you underline the adjective phrases, okay, and rewrite the sentences in your notebook with the subject adjective clause. Yeah. So you here now you need to convert this into an adjective clause from an adjective phrase. So here from clause to phrase, okay, and here from phrase to clause. The Japanese became the most common language used in blog posts in the fourth quarter of 2006. The Japanese became the most common language that was used in blog posts in the fourth quarter of 2006. So we convert from a phrase, okay, to a what that was used to a clause, yeah, in this way. So you do the same for this one. Yeah. So what you're going to do for the next week? In this assignment, you will write a process essay for a fictional block, how to do it. As you prepare for your essay, think about the unit question: why do people read and write blogs? And refer to the self-assessment checklist on page blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, you just follow the step, everybody. I think you can have your own topic, plan and write. So we may want to brainstorm, follow this step to help you get ideas for your process essay. This is your plan. In your notebook, you brainstorm a list of activities that you know how to do. Okay, you can include everything from cooking to a specific dish to playing a sport. Yeah. So you're based on your topic. Okay. You ask and answer question in group about how to do these activities, and choose the activity that interests your group the most. That's group writing. And B, okay, follow these steps to plan your essay. So in your notebook, you write a list of steps for activity that you have chosen. Try to combine the information into 3 or 4 major steps. Organize your essay by writing your idea in an outline in your notebook. Refer to the process essay outline on page 22 for guidance. And then you start writing. Okay, you write your essay in your book. Use the outline from activity and the information in the writing skill. Blah blah blah. So this is a process writing. Okay, you write a process writing as a process. Yeah. So revise and editing. Yeah, you revise it and edit it. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all for the unit. You can see you check your success, everybody. Check the words you learned from this unit. So make sure you know the word anonymity, commentary, okay, discourse, medium, proliferation, relevance, and knowledge, compile, confine, convey, deny, disseminate, establish, improve, register, relay, reveal, transform, okay, phrasal, okay, adjective, distinctive, diverse, or you pronounce diverse or diverse, random, renegades, okay, an adverb, ultimately. So I want you to learn all these words to prepare. Okay. Yeah. I think that's all for this one. I want to again. We want to go to another textbook for reference. So this is the textbook academic writing I just dropped for you, everybody. This is about. This is chapter 5, chronological order. Okay, process essays. So when you write process essay, you need to stick to chronological order, okay? First, second, third, finally. So, okay, so this is an example of the process writing. This is about the understanding of Chernobyl. Okay, Chernobyl. Yeah, that's Chernobyl. The nuclear disaster in Ukraine. Okay, in I think 18 something. Okay, 1986 something. Yeah. So it's the understanding of yeah. So this is the introduction of the essay, introductory paragraph, which we start from the background information about understanding about Chernobyl. Yeah, and we here look at the thesis statement to understand how the accident at the Chernobyl happened. It's necessary to understand how a nuclear power plant is constructed and how one operates. Okay, so below you see the, the the first body paragraph explain how the nuclear reactor is constructed. Okay, yeah. I think you should have heard of nuclear reactor. You've heard of uranium, collecting up uranium to create nuclear. But here we talk about not nuclear weapon, but this can be used as nuclear weapon, nuclear destruction. Yeah, but this is about nuclear plant, nuclear energy, okay, nuclear power energy, yeah, energy plants. Okay, and it's in the second paragraph, it talks about how a nuclear reactor produces electricity. Okay, in the developed world, uh, uh, it's very common, like country in Japan, for example. They use nuclear energy, okay, to produce electricity. German alike, I mean Germany alike, but Germany abandoned all its nuclear plants because it 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 was very concerned about the environment, about the environment, the disaster. Nuclear, yeah. Then Germany now they use only two nuclear plants, but about 40 or 40, they use it. Yeah. Uh, but in some countries, yeah, the country they use nuclear energy to generate electricity. Yeah. Okay, this is how the last paragraph is about how the accident at Chernobyl happened in Ukraine. What happened in Ukraine? This disaster, the nuclear disaster we call Chernobyl. Okay, yeah, Chernobyl is a nuclear plant in Ukraine, in the northwest of Ukraine, northwest of Kiev, the city, the capital city of Ukraine. Yeah. And this is the conclusion, okay? Yeah, conclusion. So you may want to look at this as reference, everybody for reference. Here, three keys to organizing an essay. So just look at it again now. Uh, uh, yeah, we discuss steps in your process in the order in which they occur. Divide the steps into separate paragraphs where natural breaks or groups of steps occur. For example, to write about how to make a ceramic waste, yes, ceramic glass, glass waste. Okay, you might divide the body into four paragraphs. So your topic is about how to make uh, ceramic, ceramic, yeah, yes, ceramic, okay, ceramic glass. So you might divide the body into four paragraphs. Okay, the introductory paragraph, the body paragraph, you can make it four, A, B, C, D. Yeah, first step, second step, third step, fourth step, okay? And then the concluding paragraph. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's for reference only. Okay, you want to see. Okay, so I want you to think of your topic, everybody. Think of your topic now. So I'm going to call you up, and you tell me what your topic is about. So now you have 5 minutes to think about your topic. Everybody, 5 minutes. Yeah. After that, I will check with you your topic to make sure you have a topic. The topic is about topic how to write something, how to do something. Okay, right? How to do something, a process essay. Okay, I think I will call you later on, everybody. I wanted to use something related to modifier. So yeah, we'll deal with you later. Okay. So you can think, you can think on along the way. You can think of your topic, whether you want to write a process essay, how to operate something, how to make a particular dish, how to cook a particular soup, or yeah, yeah, your choice. I mean, your choice. It's up to you. You can think about it. As I call your name uh, at the end of the class, almost the end of the class, I will check with you your topic. You tell me your topic, okay? Yeah. So, okay. So we'll talk about something related to your. I need to keep record of your attendance. See how many of you are now joining. So we have G, Theory, Brown, Sukun, Theory, Rensei. Okay, June, Sun, yeah, Theory. Okay, okay. So, just one. Okay, so we'll talk about misplaced and dangling modifiers. Again, keep talking about modifiers. Okay, everybody. Now, which sentence is correct? So you tell me now. Which one is correct? The man yelled at the man yelled at the crowd with the microphone. The man with the microphone yelled at the crowd. Okay, you can see the word with the microphone. So with the microphone, this one is with the microphone. Okay. So in the first example, with the microphone, it's put at the end, and in the second example, with the microphone, is put in the middle. That makes a difference. Okay. Can you tell me now which one is correct? Which one is correct? Okay, I want to, yeah, I want to make it clear that with the microphone is a modifier. Okay, so with the microphone, from the analysis, I mean, from what we understand, with is the preposition, and microphone is the noun. Okay, so preposition plus noun, prepositional phrase. So with the microphone is a prepositional phrase, but here prepositional phrase here, functions as an adjective phrase. Okay, it modify a noun. Okay, with the microphone. So with the microphone, must modify a noun because it here it is a function. It's an adjective. It's a prepositional phrase, but it functions as an adjective. It's functioned as a modifier, of course. So anyone tell me? Okay,
I
okay,
think
yeah.
the correct.
Yeah, yeah, Chinese, yeah, Chinese. Okay, which one? Which one? The first or second one, the correct one? Okay, you think the second one is correct? Okay, so second one is correct. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Second one. Okay. You think the second one is correct? So anybody else who says the opposite? Okay. Okay. Can you say something? Yeah. Yeah. Please.
Uh, I think the one is the correct as well,
The
teacher.
second one too.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. Second one too. Okay, you agree with Chandy? Okay. Second one too. Okay. How about what call it? Jamal Red. So, okay. Second one. So you all agree. Second one. So who says the opposite now? Who says the opposite? Okay, all right. So I don't think yeah, anybody says the opposite. So okay, okay. Can you explain? Can you explain why the second one is correct while the first one is wrong? Okay, can you tell me? Okay, 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 okay. Thank you, thank you. So that's what you understand from what you understand. How about Imran? Do you have the same explanation?
Yes, teacher. Because uh, with the make as the adjective press modified as the man. That
Okay, okay. Okay, you're right. You both correct. Okay, that's a wonderful answer. Yeah, that's a wonderful answer. So you're right, both of you now. So if you, yeah, this the first sentence. I think it's not much. It's not very much wrong with the first sentence, of course, but it's unacceptable. Okay, with the microphone, I think it sounds like the crowd had the microphone. So it's better that the man had the microphone. Okay? The man yelled at the crowd with the microphone. So it's more sensible to say the man with the microphone yelled at the crowd. So the rule is with the microphone is a modifier, is an adjective modifier. So you should put the modifier as close as possible to the noun that it modifies. Okay, so you put it as close as possible to the noun to modify. So if you put with the microphone after the crowd, it is supposed to modify the crowd, while you, the speaker, uh, refer it to the man, not to the crowd. So this is very confusing. Okay. But I think in the real world, in the real world, the man with the microphone yelled at the crowd. I mean, the man using the microphone to the man uses the microphone to yell at the crowd. So in a sensible world, in a more sensible world. But here, it may be possible. I think it may be possible that the man yelled at the crowd with the microphone. But I don't think the crowd has the microphone. It sounds like everyone in the crowd has a microphone, which is impossible. Okay, So remember, if you want the adjective, if you want the modifier to modify a noun, as there are several nouns, there are more than one noun, which makes it confusing, so confusing. You need to put the modifier that the crowd is the modifier as close to, with the microphone, sorry, with the microphone. You need to put it as close as possible to the noun it modifies. Okay, you should never put it after the crowd, but you put it after the man to make sure that it modifies the man. Okay, so you need to be very careful, when using modifier. Yeah. Yeah. It may sound funny, okay, or it may sound confusing, unintentionally funny or unintentional confusing, unintentional funny. I think you don't want to make it funny, but when you say it wrong, then you make it funny unintentionally. Okay, so please avoid using this one. Okay, and we need to use this instead. Yeah. So this is the example so far. I mean, we've been talking about this. Okay. So what is a modifier? Going back to our lesson, what's the modifier? So modifier is a word or phrase that describes a particular noun or pronoun in the sentence. It's a word, it can be a word or it can be a phrase. Yeah, again, a prepositional phrase can function as an adjective to modify a noun or pronoun. Okay, look at the example. The yellow taxi gleam in the fall afternoon. So the words underlined are the modifier. So yellow modified taxi, fall, the season of the year, one of the season of the year, autumn, yeah, modify afternoon. Okay. Now this is a noun. This is an adjective. This is a word. Okay. Now let's look at the phrase now. The girl with the red hat is the one in charge. So with the red hat, we begin with a preposition and followed by a noun. So it's a prepositional phrase. Normally it functions as an adjective. Okay, so it's a phrase. It's modified girl. All right, so it's a modifier. The newspaper on top of the stack is the one that I avoid purchasing. So on top of the stack is an adjective modifier. Okay, it modifying the newspaper. Okay, so you put the modifier as close as possible, as close as you can to the noun it modifies. That's what we mean by proximity. Okay, proximity matter. Proximity matter. So you need to think about the closer the better. Okay, the closer the better. Okay, now we're studying misplaced modifier, everybody. This is about misplaced modifier. So misplaced modifier is a sentence error that you need to avoid. It's a common mistake, that everybody experiences. But we understand it, okay? We know the mistake, we acknowledge it, and we avoid it. Yeah, we try to avoid it as much as possible. Misplaced modifiers are words that, because of the awkward placement, do not describe what the writer intended them to describe. A misplaced modifier can make a sentence confusing or unintentionally funny. Okay. Sometimes you don't really communicate what you intended to communicate. Instead of using a modifier to modify this particular noun, that then you use it in a wrong. You misplace it. You put it in as a misplaced modifier. You use it in the wrong place, wrong position. So it modify something else. Okay. So that can be funny sometimes, but you don't want to make it funny. You don't want to make it funny, but it's unintentional. Okay, intentionally funny or confusing. Okay. You look at the example here. So this is a misplaced modifier. This is obviously wrong. We sold lemonade to the thirsty customers in paper cup. So you need to find the modifier, buddy. So in paper cup is the modifier. And when you put in paper cups close to the thirsty customers, so it should modify customers. So you mean customers in paper cup? Or you mean the lemonade in paper cup? So is that possible? This can exist in the real world? Yeah. Oh, the customers in paper cup? That's impossible. Okay. How can you sell lemonade? You sold lemonade to the customers in paper cups. So it sounds like you sell lemonade and the customer has to, all the customers have to be put in a large paper cup, okay, to get your lemonade one by one. So they get out of the paper cup. There's a door on one side of the paper cup where they can open and close, so they get in and out of the paper cup, or what? Okay, or the lemonade in paper cups to the customers. So for certain, I think the writer, the speaker want to use, want to refer to the lemonade in a paper cup. Okay, but instead of saying the lemonade in paper cup, you put the paper cup last. You put the paper cup after the customers. So this is funny, but you don't want to make it funny. You just are not careful, and you make it funny. This is intentional, okay? Unintentionally funny. You don't mean it. Yeah. So it's better to say that we sold lemonade in paper cup to the thirsty customers, okay, rather than we sold the paper cup to the customer. I think maybe in another world, in an imaginary world, yeah, it's possible. In the fantasy world, but in the real world, possible. Okay. So to avoid misplaced modifier, place words as close as possible to what they describe. So we have lots of examples here, similar examples. I saw 3 bears on the way to class. Were the bears on their way to class, or on the way to class I saw 3 bears? So you put on the way to class after the bears, so then they modify bears. Okay, so you think bears are going to class? You saw them, yeah. They put on their school bag and they go to class. Did you really see that? Okay, or you going to class, you on your way to class saw 3 bears. So you need to make it clear. Okay. So instead of saying this, you should say, on the way to class, I saw 3 bears. So on the way to class now is put as close as possible to I, because it's intended to modify, to describe I, okay, the pronoun I. So then it's close, as close as possible to that. So I saw 3 bears. I, on the way to class, saw 3 bears. She nearly combed her hair for 10 minutes every night. It sounds like you put nearly before comb to modify comb. So nearly comb means almost comb. So do you mean that she combed her hair for nearly 10 minutes every night, or she nearly combed her hair? Which sounds like she never combed her hair. She never succeeded in combing her hair. Okay, which it's really funny. Okay, so nearly is an adjective. Okay, nearly is an adverb. It's a modifier. Okay, so it when you put nearly close to a verb, the verb comb, it should modify comb. While you actually want to make it modify nearly 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes every night. Okay. So this example, you need to, yeah, to make it clear. Okay, only, so only is an adverb, which is only to modify, or is an adverb or adjective, it's okay. Just, you could put any, you put it, I mean, if you put it close to a noun, so you modify Kim, you put it before offer, it modify offer. If you put it before $30, it modified $30. Okay. So by putting only in different positions, the meaning changes depending on the position you place it. So here, only Kim offered me $30 to wash her car, which means Kim was the only person to offer me $30. No one else could. Some would offer 10, 20, 25, 15. So only Kim offered me $30 to wash his car, for us to wash her car. Some is the one who can pay the highest price for that. Okay? Because you put only before Kim. So Kim only offered me $30 to wash her car. Kim only offered, she only offered, but she did not ultimately pay $30. She just offered, like, if I offer you, if I give you $30, would you wash my car? Yeah, for $30, would you? So, yeah, she only offer. That there's a difference between offer and pay. Okay, if you go to a market, if you want to buy something, you okay, they would say, okay, this one costs $100, and then you offer, okay, I offer $80. Yeah, but when you say offer, you do not pay yet. I mean, you are now about to go to make it lower, to haggle the price. I mean, to get to bargain. Okay, yeah. Okay, so offer, yeah, only offer, but did not pay. Ultimately, did not pay. Còn là hiên ao ấy, còn là hiên ao ấy, hiên ao ấy. Nói nhom ao ấy, hiên ao ấy, $30 นั่นนะhiên aoประมาณ Kim offered me only $30 to wash her car. This should be much more. I was expecting more, but she offered only $30, and that should be 40, 50. Okay, yeah. So the position of only so this is an example of how you define, how you put a modifier, okay, to modify something. Only I love you. Only I love you. No one else but I. Okay? So in the world, no one loved you but I. So only I love you. So it only modify I, okay? But you say, I love you only. I love only you, sorry. I love only you. So I love only you means I don't love anybody else but you. Yeah. Okay, but everybody in the world, everyone in the world, all the women in the world. I love you. I love only you, not somebody else. You see, that makes a difference. I only love you. Okay, I only love you. Nothing else. Only love. Okay, no pity. Yeah. Okay, but love. I only love you. You see? Okay, different position. Okay. So when you can talk to your girlfriend, boyfriend, using only to make sure that you use just only, okay, in the correct place. Okay, this is how you check misplaced modifiers and okay, first of all, you need to find the modifier, okay, and then you find the word, phrase, and clause that it modifies, and make sure that the modifier is as close as possible to the word, phrase, or clause it modifies. Yeah, I think you. I'm not going to take long for that. Just one example. In this case, which like, okay, sorry. Okay, this one. So the farmer brought the bull at the auction with large horns. So that sounds like large horn is a modifier, and is expected to modify the word auction. But do you think that auction is the place auction had horns? Do you think auction has large horns, like animals, like bulls? That's impossible. Okay, so to put it right, you say the farmer bought a bull with large horns at the auction. Yeah, I don't think auction has large horns, has huge horns, long horns. Unless you put large horns at the door, at the doorway. Yeah, but I think the farmer want to refer to the pool. Okay, so you put it as closer to the pool as well. So that's about misplaced modifier. Okay, that's about misplaced modifier. So I want to go to dangling now, dangling modifiers. Yeah, dangling modifier, misplaced, and this one is dangling. But I think I would rather keep it later on if you want. So I want you to we'll keep it for next week. Okay, so we'll finish it next week. But remember now, you're studying modifiers, adjective modifiers. We focus on dangling modifier, misplaced modifier. Sorry. Okay. So I just want to call up your names, and then I can check your topic. You already have a topic. Okay, so we'll call your names. Uh, this one. Okay, may I just hold your names, so you have to eject your topic for process essay. Are you ready now? Okay. So, Kim Thiên, Kim Thiên, Kim Thiên, hello, Kim Thiên, are you
Teacher,
here?
yeah, teacher.
Okay, okay. So, Kim Thiên, can you tell me your topic now? Process topic. You're gonna write.
How to make iced coffee at home.
Okay, how to make iced coffee. Okay, how to make iced coffee at home. Okay, good, good. All right. Yeah. So you're gonna do that for next week. Okay. I will assign, and I just tell you in the group again when and how to submit. Rang Say, are you here?
Yes, teacher. My topic is how to write a descriptive essay.
Okay, how to write descriptive essay. Okay, yeah, very good. How to write descriptive essay. Okay, yeah, good. First you do this, next you do that. Okay, yeah, you can write about how to write a process essay, how to write a descriptive essay. You can say how to fail the exam, yeah, how to pass the exam, yeah, how to fail the driving test. Okay, when you have studied driving. Okay, when you have have a lesson in driving school, and now finally you will take a driving test. Yeah, and you want to fail driving test, you can write an essay. Chả Giá, are you here? Chả Giá, maybe not here. I think she's not here. Okay. So next one, Chani. Okay, how to do research for a school project. Okay, how to do a school project. Yeah, how to do a school project. All right. TV.
Yes, teacher, how to improve English vocabulary?
Okay, how to improve English vocabulary, how to learn new words, yeah, how to improve English vocabulary. Okay, good. So there are steps. Okay. Say note.
Yes, teachers. How?
I cannot hear you well. I think your internet crashes.
Hello, teachers.
Hello.
My topics: how to start a small business.
How to run a small business. Okay, how to run a small business. Okay, good. How to run a small business. Yeah. So say note. How to run a small business. Okay. Pulu Panya.
Yes, teacher.
Take this.
So the topic for process essay, right, teacher?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
I'm gonna go with how to improve your reading skill.
How to improve your reading skill. Okay, how to improve your reading skill, or how to improve my reading skill. Okay, should
Yes.
be okay. Yeah, okay. Or you can say how to improve reading skills.
Yes, teacher.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Perak, you here?
Hello, teacher.
Okay. Perak, what's your topic, please?
My topic is about how to create a video.
How to create a video. Okay, how to create a video for
posting on social media.
Okay, how to create a video for social media posts. Yeah.
Yep, teacher.
Posting social media. All right. Ratana.
Yes, teacher. My topic is how to be success in studying English.
Okay, how to be successful in studying English. Okay, how to succeed, or you can say how to succeed in studying English. All right. Sukun.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, what's your
Yes,
topic?
teacher. How to keep our environment clean?
How to keep our environment clean. Okay, how to keep the environment clean. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Thierry.
Yes, teacher. How to save money as the student?
Okay, how to save money. Okay, how to save money as a student. Okay, there's a program about Money Tree. Okay, there's a training on Money Tree. Yeah, Money Tree program. Teaching kids, how to training kids how to save money. Yeah, how to spend money. And you need to prioritize your spending. Yeah, I've got in a group of that too. In that group too, we call Money Tree training. Lita, what's your topic? Hello.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. What's your topic?
Teacher, my topic, as my classmate, they get it already.
You can change. You can use another topic. You can tell me later on. Okay, you can tell me later.
Yes, teacher.
I'll finish the names and I'll come back to you. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Good. Chi.
Yes, teacher. As for my topic is how to reduce stress.
Okay, how to reduce stress. Okay, how to reduce stress. Okay, this day it's the technological age, so people have stress. I think people are embedded with stress. So you how to reduce stress. Okay, Sing Hai, you here? Let me know. Leah, are you here? Maybe no too. Masron, are you here? Masron? So they're not here now.
Hello, teacher.
Is this Ron? Yeah. Is that Ron? Who's this?
My name is Sim Jamran, teacher. I'm recently.
Jamran. Do you have your name here?
No, not see in the list, teacher.
Oh, not in the list here. Okay. So I'm going to add one more. Yeah, I will add one more. Okay, Jamran, what is your topic?
How to improve researching skill in the academic writing.
How to improve reading skill in
research skill in
academic. Okay, academic, right? Okay, academic English, academic course, academic. Okay, all right. Yeah. So I want to add you here. I don't know how to. Maybe I'm going to try. Hello. Oh, this one. Okay, yeah, hopefully. Hello. So what's your name, Jamran? Can you spell that, please?
SIM. CAOM. EUN.
Okay, Jamran. So yes. Male and okay. Okay, anyone else, please?
Just is my screen.
Okay, who's this? Srun?
Yes, teacher.
Srun, what's your topic? Process topic.
I will go with how to make text easier.
No, I cannot hear you. I think you, yeah. I heard about social media. I heard about. Okay, you tell me later, okay? I want to go back to Lita. Lita, have you come up with the topic now?
Yeah, teacher. So I chose the topic how to help yourself grow with heart condition.
Okay, how to help yourself?
Grow with heart condition.
From?
COPE, teacher. COPE.
Oh, how to cope with?
Oh, cope with heart condition.
Oh, heart condition. Oh, how to cope
yes,
with
teacher.
Heart condition. How to help yourself to cope with heart condition. Okay, somebody can be afflicted with heart disease, heart trouble, heart attack. So teach how to cope with that. Okay, right, how to deal with that. How to. Okay. All right. Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much for your topic. Thank you for joining. Okay. I'm now having a meeting. I'm having a meeting. The right place here. I came early this morning to join the workshop, so I now have to say goodbye. And you write your topic. I will inform later in the group. So this is a homework. Okay, should you write a not very long essay? I mean, about 200 to 300 word essay. Okay, how to do something, and I mean based on your topic you provided. So okay, yeah, you can now leave. Okay, I will end. So we'll see you again next week, everybody. Bye for now. Okay, bye.
Bye, teachers.
Yeah, goodbye.